could girl be? Her eyes are open wide, and yet she's in a daydream that's better than real life. She knows a secret country where the grown-ups never go. Why, she's Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Curious friends and happy adventures too. Ooh, yes, she's Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, Alice in Wonderland. Alice, wait for us, we'll come too.
My goodness me, Alice, you're getting flu. Your forehead's hot. You must have a temperature. You can't go to school if you're ill. You must go to bed.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you yesterday not to walk around the garden without a pullover? That's why you've got a cold. I'll stop at the doctor's and ask him to come over.
That's a very good idea. Come along, Alice, into bed.
Bye-bye, Daddy.
Isn't Alice going to school?
No, Celia, she's got flu. There's no point in her going to school. She'll just give it to all the other children.
Oh.
My poor little thing, feeling bad.
Not really. I've just got a headache. But it's so boring in bed, Mummy. Can't I get up?
No, Alice, but knowing you'd be lonely, I've arranged some company for you.
Company? Is someone coming?
Yes, someone you're extremely fond of.
Benny Bunny.
I knew he'd be the one you'd want to see most of all. But remember, Alice, this is an exception. There. Have a sleep, Alice. That's what you need most.
All right. Mummy,
Yes?
thanks for bringing Benny Bunny.
It's nothing but a common cold. Little stardust should soon fix it.
I thought I heard a voice, didn't you, Benny? Didn't you hear something?
You must be imagining things.
Maybe. Perhaps I dreamt I heard it.
How's your cold, Alice? It certainly looks as if you're much better already.
How funny. I've stopped sneezing and sniffing and my head's not even sore. And that means there's no reason to stay in bed.
Oh, I'm in such trouble. Oh, whoa. Oh, my alarm clock's broken and I don't know where to get another one in a hurry. Oh, why did the silly thing let me down now, huh? Oh!
You shouldn't throw something away before you've tried to see if it can be repaired or not.
Mind your own business. I don't fix anything at all. I have 2 left hands, don't you know? And I always leave every single thing that gets broken to the Fixit Pixie.
The Fixit Pixie? Who's he?
It never fails to astound me how little you know. The Fixit Pixie is, You very nearly made me break my promise.
Oh.
Everything's going wrong today. I should never have got out of bed.
Is it true you've never heard of the Fixit Pixie before, Alice? He's extremely clever. He can fix anything. Broken bird's wings, chair legs, and if he has to, even a broken alarm clock.
Oh, really? Perhaps I'd better meet him then. What you say makes me very curious.
That's easier said than done, Alice. The Fixit Pixie doesn't like to be seen. Hop. He pops up when he's needed and then disappears, mostly around midnight.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Are you 100% sure that he really exists, Benny?
100%. He usually hides somewhere in the forest, except that no one has ever discovered where. He's so shy.
Queen of Hearts is in a bad mood today.
Have you ever seen her in a good mood, Alice?
Hurry up!
Oh, my poor thumb. It's all swollen and blue and black. Oh.
Shall I tell you precisely why you were late in finishing the job I told you to do? Because you're never on time, that's why. I saw you, I was watching you.
My alarm clock's broken. It's not my fault.
Your excuses bore me. Oh, the silly thing's gone and fainted. How inconsiderate of him. Who's going to fix the door? I know. This is a perfect job for the Fixit Pixie. He's far handier than this sleeping beauty anyway.
I feel so sorry for the poor white rabbit.
Oh, you mustn't worry about my Uncle Alice. He'll be all right.
I hope he will, Benny Bunny.
Oh, yeah!
I'm warning you, if that baby doesn't stop that dreadful crying, I won't be able to cook.
I can't help it. She's crying because she's hungry. How much longer will the soup be?
How should I know? It won't taste good anyway because there's no pepper left in the house. Kindly observe that I put the soup ladle down, and that means I refuse to work any longer. Understood?
It doesn't bother me. What you don't finish, the Fixit Pixie will.
The poor Fixit Pixie has to do so much. Fix doors and cook soup.
He does everything for everyone.
I really don't understand how they can rely on him. No one's ever seen him, and yet they're all convinced he'll help them anyway.
He's never let anyone down. That's why they all rely on him.
What if something happens to him? And what if he uses up all his goodwill? Did you hurt yourself?
No, but why did you throw me like that?
I didn't. I tripped over something.
Oh,
Oh. What am I to do now? My shoe's broken. I can't walk any further.
in that case, only one person can help the Fixit Pixie. Now you need him too.
Oh, I've got an idea.
What is it?
Why don't I leave both my shoes lying here? On this rock. Yes, if there really is a Fixit Pixie, he'll know that I need him and he'll easily find my shoes here. And besides, it's a perfect opportunity to see him, isn't it? I think the best place to hide would be behind that tree there. Aren't you coming, Benny Bunny?
Yes, I'm coming.
Benny, why aren't you talking to me? Are you asleep or something? Oh, just as I thought, he is asleep. And to tell the truth, I'm feeling sleepy too. No, I can't. I must stay awake.
There's a lot to do tonight. The White Rabbit's alarm clock to be fixed, the castle door, soup to be cooked, and then the shoe belonging to Alice. She must be new here. She must be the little girl who had the flu. These must be her shoes. Seems the only way to do it is to put on a new sole, but that takes ever such a long time. Oh, how tiring. Ugh.
Benny, I heard the Fixit Pixie. He's here.
It was me you heard. I fell and landed on my nose.
Oh, did you hurt yourself?
But I'll live.
What a pity. It's light already. We fell asleep and missed everything. Come. How silly. We had a golden opportunity to see the Fixit Pixie at work, and what do we silly billies do? We fall asleep. I'm cross with myself. Oh, look, Benny Bunny. My shoe has a new sole. There really is a Fixit Pixie.
You never believe anything I tell you, do you? I bet you thought I was telling stories.
Yes. Come on, we'll have to hurry.
Why must we hurry?
Because we've got to get to your uncle's house as soon as possible. Perhaps we'll be lucky and find the Fixit Pixie still there.
Why don't you listen? I told you the Fixit Pixie only works at night. He's disappeared long ago.
I'll believe that when I've seen it for myself. Come on. Is that your uncle's alarm clock?
And it works. That means the Fixit Pixie's been here.
And unfortunately, that means we've missed him once again. He can't hear it. White Rabbit, it's time to wake up.
Oh, how infuriating. What bad manners to wake up someone who's sleeping. Oh, be quiet. Why has the alarm clock gone off so early?
Because the Fixit Pixie was here last night and repaired your clock.
Then it shouldn't have gone off so early. And you shouldn't have come here to wake me up to tell me something I already know. I must be on time to see the Queen of Hearts this morning. And I haven't had enough sleep yet, and you're disturbing me. Oh, you know what the Queen of Hearts is like. She's a very demanding person.
Something smells good.
He's been here too.
Oh, yes, he's been all right. We're too late.
The only possibility now is the castle door.
Why don't you give up, Alice? It's pointless. No one has ever seen his face.
I believe you, Benny Bunny, but you know there's an exception to every rule in life.
I'm giving up. It's night already. A pity, but the door will have to wait until tomorrow. There was too much to do in one night.
Good morning, Fixit Pixie.
Oh, no, a person. I've been seen by a person.
Yes, and I'm very pleased you have, because now at least I can say thank you.
Oh, dear.
Wait, please. I only wanted to thank you for having fixed the sole of my shoe. Oh, he's gone. I don't understand.
You see, he didn't want us to see him.
Why did you get such a fright? I didn't want to do him any harm.
Don't get upset, Alice. At least you saw the Fixit Pixie.
The Fixit Pixie? You saw him? Then the door must be fixed by now.
I don't know, Your Majesty.
You don't need to know. He will have fixed it.
Hopefully.
Open the door, please.
Who, me?
Yes, or do you see someone I don't see?
Oh, someone pull the door off me quick, please. Someone help me.
This is a shocking state of affairs. Why did you tell me he had fixed the door?
But
He hasn't fixed it at all.
When you asked me if he had fixed the door, my answer was, I don't know, Your Majesty. Don't you remember?
What you said is unimportant. You're the one who's responsible for what the Fixit Pixie didn't do. Now you'll have to find him and bring him here so I can put him into prison.
Your Majesty! I'm sorry I'm late again. I'm very sorry. I've really...
And a spell in prison will do you good, too.
It wasn't my fault, Your Majesty. The Fixit Pixie wound my alarm clock too tightly, and when I touched it this morning, it simply fell apart. I would have fixed it myself, but I didn't know how to go about it. I'm sorry.
Keep quiet. That's enough. Bring that Fixit Pixie here.
You did that on purpose. That soup is just too terrible for words. Either you wanted to make me very angry indeed, or to poison me.
The Fixit Pixie is the only one who can answer that. He cooked the soup last night, not me.
Yes, because you didn't do your duty.
What's wrong? Are you sad?
Now I'm furious. I'm so angry I could scream.
Why?
Everyone leaves what they don't want to do to the Fixit Pixie, and then they speak badly of him. Really, it's so unfair. I can't bear it.
This is the first time anyone's complained about his work. They've all been happy with it before.
Whether it's the first time they've complained or the second makes no difference.
Yes.
I'm here to go and find the Fixit Pixie so I can thank him and apologize for the others.
All right, if you want to do that. tired. I don't want to go on. Can't we stop for a little rest?
Yes, perhaps we ought to. I'm getting tired as well.
What do you think, Alice? We've been looking for hours. We'll never find him if he doesn't want us to.
I don't agree, Benny Bunny. He's somewhere here in the forest.
Alice?
Oh! Oh!
I didn't mean to frighten you, but I thought I heard you say you're looking for somebody.
Yes, we've been looking for the Fixit Pixie for hours and hours, but we haven't had any luck. He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Ah, so you're looking for the Fixit Pixie. Well, if that's all, then I can help you. We've been friends for years, you see, but just recently I've been worried about him.
I hope he doesn't have some serious illness.
No illness, just a case of overwork. It's no wonder, really, when you consider that he's 200 years old.
That's impossible.
200? Aren't you exaggerating just a little?
If you want to see him, you must go in that direction until you come to a particularly big green tree. So big, you can't miss it.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Owl. You've been very helpful.
Mind the roots!
Yes, thank you.
Careful where you walk. You humans don't see very well in the dark.
I'll be careful.
Must you go so fast? Can't you go slower and more carefully?
We have to hurry, Benny Bunny. Otherwise, he'll be on his way again before we've caught up with him.
Alice, I'm scared.
Up ahead, look, a light. I think we found him. Oh. Oh.
Lift me up. I want to look in.
I'm sorry.
It's time for me to go, my dear.
Must you go, dear? You look so tired. Can't you leave it for just one night?
I can't. You know that, dear. Someone has to do the work. Work doesn't get done on its own, unfortunately, and our friends are far too lazy.
It never ceases to amaze me how you can call those ungrateful Wonderlanders your friends.
It sounds to me as if his wife is far cleverer than he is, and I think she's right.
She'll hear you.
I'm sorry, Benny.
Promise me you won't work as hard as last night.
Don't worry about me, dear.
Good evening. My name is Alice.
A person. You're a real person.
Is that a bad thing? Yes, I am a person. Does it matter? I'm not dangerous.
Neither am I.
Oh. Would you please tell me what your wish is and then go away?
Wish?
Yes. Any person who sees a Fixit Pixie or his wife is entitled to make a wish. That's the arrangement between us Fixit Pixies and people.
Do you really think we went to all this trouble to find you just so that we could make a wish?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong. We're here because we're worried about the Fixit Pixie. We saw him last night and he seemed to be having some difficulty.
Yes, that's right. His work wasn't up to standard. Everyone was complaining.
Even your friend Mrs. Owl believes he's overworked at the moment.
How sweet of you, I'll tell my husband. I've thought for a long time that he's been working too hard, but he's so stubborn. Just recently I said to him, dear, do be careful. At 200, you're not young anymore.
Yes, true.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me, would you mind very much if I changed my mind and asked you to grant me one little wish after all?
No, not at all.
Thank you. I'll whisper it in your ear.
Oh, I don't believe it. You're so young still, and yet you're so clever. Alice, you're such a wonderful child. Something's happened. Something terrible has happened. The Fixit Pixie flew into a tree by mistake, and now he's lying on the ground and he's not moving. Oh, my darling, tell me what's wrong. Gently. Be careful. Don't hurt either of them. Oh, I knew something bad would happen. Why didn't you listen to me? Is he answering? Can he talk? What's wrong?
I don't know what's wrong with him. We'll have to take him to a doctor.
Let's take him to the palace, to the Queen of Hearts, Doctor.
No, we definitely can't go there.
We'll go wherever's closest. Quick, do hurry. Be careful you don't trip, Alice. Oh, you finally come round. That's good.
Where are we, dear? And how did we get here?
We're in the Queen of Hearts Palace, dear.
You flew straight into a tree and lost consciousness. And now you're here to rest and get better, so that you can fix my door.
The doctor says it's not serious, and you'll soon be up and about again, but you have to stay in bed for a while.
Unfortunately, I can't do that today. I've far too much to do.
No, you haven't. You're staying in bed and having a rest. You're going to have a holiday for as long as it takes you to get better again.
There's no question of a holiday.
Alice?
Yes. I found out today that there's an agreement between people and the Fixit Pixies. If a person sees a Fixit Pixie, then the Pixie has to grant a wish. And the wish I made was that you would agree to take a holiday so that you can have a good rest and recover.
And you granted the wish?
Yes, of course I did. And now I'll get you to stay at home with me for a few days, as I've been asking you for the last 100 years.
My own wife's got the better of me, with your help. But if one's given one's word, one cannot go back on it.
Better already.
So far, so good. The problem's been solved. Mind you, it raises another one. Who will replace him when he's away?
I suggest, Your Majesty, that we discuss that problem later. Under no circumstances must the patient be disturbed. He has to stay in bed and have proper rest.
She must be kept in bed, I'm afraid, for a day or two at least, until she's better. With flu, there's no better medicine than bed.
Thank you very much for coming to see Alice, Doctor.
It was a pleasure.
Goodbye, and thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Sweet dreams and sleep well.
Next time, we'll be telling you about Alice and a snark hunter. This snark hunter is no ordinary hunter hunting ordinary snarks. No, he's hunting the snark. For some months, things hadn't been going well in Wonderland. Strange, unforeseen things happened all the time. Not a day went by without the Wonderland inhabitants getting involved in a fight. And these weren't just play fights. Some of them were very serious. The Queen of Hearts decided it was time to get to the bottom of all the fighting. She wanted things to return to normal in Wonderland. One couldn't even take a simple photograph without something going wrong. Well, more about the troubles in Wonderland next time.
Who can that girl be? Her eyes are open wide, and yet she's in a daydream.